Hello and welcome to Ouya Classics. In this installment, today's video is Jack and Jill, which is a game that was very obviously ported from an Android device that had a touchscreen in mind. But this, of course, since the Ouya has buttons instead of a touchscreen, works just as well, and this is still an excellent Ouya game. So let's play some of this. The great thing about this is it's a small download and it's completely free. There's no in-app purchases, there's nothing. It's just free. You can donate if you want, and, you know, it's a good game, so why not, right? So let's play some of this. Alright, let's go back to the beginning. So the game basically works where you don't have a D-pad. You move your character by just pressing the circle button. Or I guess the O button, no, it's called on here, I don't know what it is. See, you press that and he'll keep going until he runs into something, and if you press it again, he'll jump. So it's a single button platformer. The black and white aesthetics sort of work in the game's favor to make it sort of a minimalist art style, and also to make it reminiscent of like a Game Boy game. You can definitely tell how this would be, you know, an Android, you know, cell phone game rather than something that's developed for the television. Because, you know, you would simply tap the screen every time you want to jump. And for that, this kind of game, you know, works very well. Oh, dang it. Oh, dang it. While normally this kind of like platforming would be super simple in a traditional platformer, you know, where you had a D-pad control, here it's more complicated because, you know, you have to time your jumps precisely right, or you have to start again. Luckily, the Ouya controller is very responsive with button presses, which is something that, you know, I find a little bit surprising considering, you know, it's a wireless controller that's battery powered, and here you got really good control. Every time I screw up, it's not because the controller, it's because I screwed up, you know? No one to blame but myself. Ah, dang it. Bouncy thing. I like how this guy thinks. You can, of course, repeat stages again to, you know, get a higher score, or, you know, just to play the game again. Since it's completely free, you know, this game has a lot of replay value in just the fact that it's fun. Oh, dang it. I do also have to say I dig the background music. You know, chiptunes are a big favorite genre of mine, and I like games that have, you know, interesting chiptunes that aren't going to grate on you too much. And this is just that kind. It's the kind that you can enjoy, and I could even say throw on my iPod and just love listening to this kind of music. So of course enemies get introduced now. Bam. Satisfying as the first Goomba that you killed in Super Mario Brothers. Bam. Ah, dang it. Whoops. Like he said, you can jump off of enemies. So you can use enemies sort of as a springboard. Whoops. Whoops. There's over 100 levels in this game, so, you know, you're not going to be running out of content too quickly. Although this still doesn't have, like, the longevity of an RPG or anything like that, obviously. You know, at first you might think that the visuals would be a little bit, you know, sparse and not interesting, but I think it's quite the opposite. I think because of the sparse visuals, that it makes the game more interesting. You know, because you're looking for the detail in the sprites as opposed to, I don't know, like the colors or something. It's just like it was back in the day with original Game Boy games. Ah, dang it. Back in the early 90s, Sega would market their Game Gear as, you know, doing what Game Boy didn't by adding color. But, you know, really, Game Boy games were designed so they didn't need color. It wasn't until, like, the Game Boy Color, all those years later, that Game Boy games was like, okay, we'll add color and we'll start designing games that use color and need color, and, you know, they wouldn't be as good if they weren't in color. And even then, a lot of the early Game Boy games, or Game Boy Color games, were just Game Boy games that had slight color, but still didn't need color. They could be played on an original Game Boy and still be played just fine. Dang it. Dang it. Try that again. The game definitely has that try another time appeal to it, whereas it's not just like it's so frustrating you just want to turn it off. And that's the mark of a good game. A game where you can die repeatedly and still feel like, alright, I'll give that another go. Ah, dang it. Ruined the technique. Yeah, okay. There we go. Ah, dang it. I was trying to double jump there, and I was like, why can't I double jump? I guess that's not in this game. Double jumping should be in every game. Well, anyway, I'm sure that you guys are not too thrilled about watching me fail over and over and over again. So, as soon as I succeed in this, I'll bring it to the end of the video. So again, this game is completely free. You don't pay a dime if you don't want to. There we go. Alright guys, so thanks for watching guys, and if you have any questions, feel free to leave them in the comment section down below. If you own an Ouya, tell me what Ouya games you want me to cover in the future, because, you know, I only know of the games that sort of interest me when I see them in the store. I'll be like, well, that looks kind of interesting, or I know I'll like this, or maybe I'll like this, or, you know, maybe that looks awful, but maybe it's good, you know, something like that. Like, I only know based on what I see that interests me. Maybe there's a game that interests you, and, you know, I would just skip over it, and it might turn out to be an awesome gem. So, if you have an Ouya, leave a recommendation in the comment section down below, and I'll do a video on it eventually. I can't guarantee when, because, you know, I got a big schedule going up of what games I'll be covering in the near future, but for the extended future, you know, it's pretty much open. So anyway, thanks for watching guys. If you like this video, please click that like button, because clicking that like button, it really just tells me that you like the video. It tells me that to make more of these kind of videos, you know, it shows me how many of my subscribers like this content, and it also helps you know, share it with other people by, you know, recommending it to other people who watch my channel and want more of this kind of thing. So anyway, I'll see you guys next time. Thanks for watching.